Hello. How are you doing? We are back with part two to Zack's Gunrants.
Let's see how far this gets us.
Oh boy. Let's see how long you keep air in your lungs.
Not very long.
Man. Yeah. Here we go.
If it's under pressure, is it negative P then?
No, then it's just ammunition. Excuse me? Is it G36 time? I believe it's G36 time. It's G36 time, Mike. Made by Heckler and Koch, or Heckler and Koch, however the hell you want to pronounce it.
Heckler
I say
Koch.
Koch. Everyone says Koch.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, pronounce it
Give me
however the
some
hell
Coke.
you want. You're an American. It's a 5.56 select fire weapon system. Made primarily of polymer, which is
Okay, take some
interesting
Coca-Cola.
and futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
Stock folds off to the side. It's one of the first really modular weapons that was adopted by a military. So on the magazine, you see those two little circles that are right there?
Yes.
Those are actually locking lugs, so you can just lock a bunch of magazines together.
Just stack them like Jenga pieces, one after the other.
Yeah, pretty much. They work pretty well. H&K did kind of get in trouble recently.
Now I want to play Django with magazines.
Oh, Jesus.
The rules go as such. Whoever makes it fall gets shot in the foot.
No, God,
Yes. We got the 44 revolver ready. If you make it fall,
We
we'll
got-
play Russian roulette with your foot.
We got the Mataba unique ready to go. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Some of the
what kind of
trunnions
trouble.
on the guns weren't exactly put together properly,
I
so
don't know what a trunnion is.
the piece of metal that the barrel locks into on the
Mm.
inside of the gun turned out some of them were kind of crappy, so they had a tendency to start having wandering zeros, which means that every time you would zero it, the zero would completely change and it would start shooting all over the place.
Have you fired one of these?
I have never fired a full auto version, no, but I have fired a civilian version. You can't get an actual G36 in the US because apparently H&K doesn't think that we're German enough to be allowed to own them.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Aw.
imported this bastardized version of it that's called the HK SL8, which is atrocious.
Even more so than this gun, huh?
These guns are great.
You just finished telling me how they were not that great because of the
That
parts.
was kind of a problem for the military one, and they were old at that time.
Ignoring all of the defects, these guns are
On the
great.
whole, this gun worked amazingly well. For some reason, they made it so that the SL8 takes magazines that look like G36 magazines, but a G36 magazine will not go into it because they converted it to a single stack magazine.
Wow.
Okay.
So the magazines are not interchangeable. Most of the parts aren't interchangeable. It's got a weird, stupid thumbhole stock that makes it look absolutely ass.
Wow, they really gave us a bastardized version.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you're not German enough. Here's the bastard version.
So I sent a World War III into Germany.
No, please no. We've got one starting up because of other situations.
I know.
No.
Still, if I was president. Oh well. The wood would definitely burn.
Asinine. The barrel
Yeah.
is
It's probably
super
best I
long,
ain't.
doesn't have a flash hider on it
If this gun is so great, how come I've never heard of it before?
because you're not interested in guns in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna use this one.
It looks kind of like the M16.
No, this is the Fabrique Nationale FNC, which stands for Fabrique Nationale Carbine. So yeah, it's kind of redundant in that it's called the Fabrique Nationale Carbine. The FNC is based on the AR-18, which is a piston-driven version of an
Pretty
AR-15.
neat.
A lot of the stuff on the inside of it is a little bit different. They were very well received. They worked well. The intended purpose of this was actually to replace the FAL. Didn't really work for that. Initial ones had problems with the
Guess
stock
I would
falling
use sand
off.
a lot more often
It's
for
a
the
bit of a
background.
problem there,
Also,
yeah.
the handguard
Yeah.
falling off.
Also, it was made out of paper and salt and disintegrated.
Yet
if it
again, they
touched
would
water.
have had to
Once they got
walk
those
out of the
problems
city.
worked out,
They would have had to walk out of the city into the desert portion of the game.
this was an amazing gun.
Yeah.
I want an FNC, but I want the AK-5C handguard on it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Ah, a drum mag and the Tommy gun. Actually, it's not a drum mag, is it?
No, we've discussed this, and it is technically a drum mag, but wiggle, wiggle. We've discussed this. It's an AM 180. Wiggle, wiggle.
Is that how you clear a jam on a
Yeah.
Tommy gun? Really? You just wiggle it?
No. Let's go turn this evidence in. Wiggle, wiggle.
And this one.
Come on, come back, come back. Was it a Makarov?
That's something I'd
We've
fucking
seen it with
use.
a Makarov. I don't know how I guessed it that quickly.
Tell me about the Makarov. It's a Russian gun, isn't it?
I can't tell you right now. I'm busy killing.
Come on, that's never stopped you before.
The Makarov is a 9mm Russian pistol,
Yep.
but it's in a different 9mm caliber.
Wait, there's different 9mm?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
The Makarov is in 9x18 Makarov, not 9x19 Parabellum, which is the normal 9mm round.
Come on, really?
Yes, there's also 9x21. There's 9mm Largo.
There are so many different kinds of ammo. Can you standardize slightly, please?
Well, it's shorter by 1mm. Excuse me.
I
Wow!
want to hear him talk
That
about the
dropped in
500
fast.
Nitro Express.
It's kind of based on the Walther PPK pistol. It looks similar, and it's the same operating principle. It's just a straight blowback pistol. It's nothing fancy. The barrel's pinned in place, which means that this pistol has a lot more recoil than you think it's going to. It lets you know you're shooting it. I did find another gun. It's the Colt 1911.
Ah, the most reliable
Oh.
firearm on the market.
I'm pretty sure that's what you use. We use.
I've
in
gone
Call
over
of
the
Duty as
1911 before.
You called it the most
Yeah, we used it in the Wood War. And then we replaced it.
unreliable gun
Yes,
you've ever
sir, thanks,
used.
yeah.
I like joking about that.
It's not really that unreliable.
No, they work just fine. I just like giving 1911 owners a bunch of shit because my 2 world wars and 45 ACP instead of making 46.
Hello.
True to Kaiser.
True to different gun.
Give us that gun.
Oh, it's a Taurus.
I take it you don't like guns that are named after constellations?
Oh, it's a Taurus Raging Bull. Oh, it's a garbage gun.
Is it though?
Taurus guns are like really bad quality.
Really?
Yeah, they're not great.
Well, look, I'm sure you could put the barrel.
Okay, I'm more interested in what you have. I'm gonna kill you with this Taurus Raging Bull real quick. Yeah, Taurus basically makes all of their money copying other ones. Like, this is pretty much a Smith & Wesson revolver, only they don't do a very good job of putting them together. They pretty much exclusively copy Smith & Wesson or Beretta, and that's it.
Pretty much they're a copycat company.
Yeah, they're like trying to sell you the cheap knockoff version.
That will break more easily in your hands.
Yeah.
They still get the job done though, don't they?
I mean, yeah, it'll still work. It's just not good. Usually the triggers are kind of crap. The finish is really awful. They break a lot. So we'll just put this into that garbage there. And what the fuck is this thing?
It's called a duplet.
I don't know what the hell a duplet is. What is a
Duplet.
duplet?
You tell me, you're the gun expert.
Gah! AK-47, my friend!
Everybody knows about that gun.
Everybody knows what an AK-47 is.
Yeah.
Everybody on the
Yeah.
eastern side of the world uses that gun.
Pretty much. Or an AK-74, or some variant of it. I know what an AK is, you know what an AK is, we all know what an AK is. It shoots a big bullet. It works pretty well.
It doesn't shoot a huge bullet.
It's a decent sized round.
The thing I know about the AK is that
I like all the videos of AK guys versus AR guys.
Oh God.
One of the videos I saw was where one of the AK guys had their shoulder all bloody from the pressure of the fucking gun.
I know.
It was fake blood and all, but they were like acting off of how sore his shoulder was from firing the AK. The thing is,
Jeez.
there are specific stances you have to take for AKs to reduce
Yeah.
recoil and stuff.
All I
So-
can think of with the AK versus AR is East versus West,
Ah,
essentially. You can't say I'm wrong there.
yeah, it's just it's mostly in America.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to go to the West Coast that are high-end gun owners because of the West Coast's gun laws.
Yeah.
So it's
Everyone
like
has gun laws.
mostly Central or East Coast.
You can roll around in the mud and it'd keep on firing.
That's actually not true. The AK is an amazing gun to give to people who have no idea how to maintain weapons. It doesn't matter if it's got oil in it. It doesn't matter if it's clean. It will just work.
Had enough?
It just works.
The problem is,
It's not very precise.
no, it's decently accurate for a rifle. It's designed. The AK was designed to work from 0 to 300 meters. That's pretty much it. The problem is, when you turn the safety off, there is that massive hole in the side of it. The dirt and debris and everything can just get jammed right in the side of there.
Ooh.
So you want to keep the safety on as much as possible.
Even then, the problem is on AK-47s, and this is the thing everybody goes on and on and on about is, but it's got loose tolerances so dirt can just go into it. It's got loose tolerances, which means dirt gets into it, and then the dirt makes it not work. If you fill the inside of an AK-47 up with dirt, it doesn't work anymore. It was designed to be a mass-produced rifle, to be made very cheap, and do its job.
Does it do its job,
It
sir?
does its job very well. Do you have a Pancor Jackhammer? I'm not even going to pick that up.
Are you not going to pick it up because you hate that gun?
I'm not going to pick it up because it's not a real gun and it doesn't actually
Oh my god,
exist.
Pancor Jackhammer.
And everybody insists on
Yes.
putting it in video games like it's some kind of mythical god shotgun. It's an MP412 Rex.
I've never heard of it.
It's a Russian revolver. It's a Russian top-break revolver.
That's a
I know
fucking
nothing about
thick
it because you
revolver.
can't get them in the US. I've never handled one. I know nothing about them. I don't know if they're good or bad or what. I don't know why this specific one looks like the entire thing was dipped in chrome because the grip is shiny and it shouldn't be.
Chrome
Well,
gun.
maybe this Emmett Curry guy just likes his fancy revolvers.
Maybe he does. What was that other thing?
I don't know what you mean. It certainly wasn't a gun.
I like that bat. It's like that looks like the bats I use in Suck in 7 Days to Die.
Called an AS Val.
You give it to me right now!
I don't even know what this thing is.
Give it!
All right, fine. I don't even know what an AS Val is.
How long have you had this?
When did we kill Sergio?
Oh my god, man!
That was a while ago.
And you didn't think to tell me.
What? It's not like it's a good weapon or anything.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite guns of all time.
You've never mentioned
Pretty
this
good
to me
gun.
before.
The AS Val is, oh my god, I can't even deal with you right now.
You've never mentioned it before, ever.
The AS Val is amazing. It's in 9x39.
Oh, so they made a new kind of ammo for it. That's great. Because, I love having 10,000 kinds of ammo. That's
We have a
really
lot of
incompatible.
fucking ammo.
The whole point of 9x39 is that it's a subsonic armor-piercing bullet. You slap a big-ass suppressor on the front of this thing, and now you have a subsonic, suppressed, fully automatic gun.
I didn't know it was suppressed.
Yes, it makes no noise.
Oh.
It just ticks at you.
Oh, if we ever have a stealth mission, this will be useful.
I can't believe you didn't tell me you had this thing.
Again, I didn't know you'd care.
From now on, can you just assume that if you find a gun, I'll probably care, and then I'll tell you afterwards?
I thought we already found all the guns you liked.
I will not interrupt you for telling me that you found a new gun. So there's a couple different versions of this gun. There's the initial version, which was the VSS Vtubers. Then the next one that came out was, why is there a landmine?
Landmine!
Ow! So, VSS Vtubers was first. AS Val, which is this one, was the second
Landmine.
version. Technically, there's a third version, which is called the SR3M.
Remember, I will have landmines in the Shadowrun.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an integral suppressor, it just has a screw-on suppressor.
And too bad for dollars, they will have no technology in them. They will be old-style landmines.
Oh,
This one, the suppressor is part of the gun. You actually are not supposed to shoot it without a suppressor on it.
But what does this mean for me? Somebody who knows nothing about guns. Ah, God!
Nice work, Mike. So let's see. We found the Colt Pocket 1849, which is...
Oh, that's old.
this thing! It's a percussion...
My grandpa actually
Chapter
has
12.
one of those.
Jeez.
Nah, he has two, actually.
Damn.
And one has engraving of my dead uncle.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So it's a memento at this point.
Yeah.
Revolver.
All right. Sounds a little weak, and it looks kind of silly.
Yes, it's a black powder revolver.
Did you just remove that? Why wouldn't you just load the 6 things in there with the spit? Why do you remove that?
Okay, so this is a black powder revolver, which means when you want to reload it, you either have to remove the entire cylinder or hold the gun at a weird angle.
And we have not shot our black powders. He has 3 black powders. The 2 pistols and the rifle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And pour the powder into each one of the cylinders.
Oh my lord.
And then put a ball into it, and then jam the ball down in there.
It's a 6-shooter blunderbuss.
Yeah, it's a black powder muzzle loader.
It's a musket with 6 shots.
Yes! If you're shooting revolvers that are black powder like this one, just smear a little bit of Crisco across the top of it. I'm not even joking.
To prevent the sun from blinding you?
No, I meant the face of the cylinder.
The sun?
Where the bullets
What?
come out of.
Mm-hmm.
When you fire this, they don't accidentally chain fire and all go off at the same time. Because that is something that could potentially happen.
Oh,
and
boy.
because the barrel isn't in front of the bullet, it would just explode in your hand.
Yes.
That's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. AK-971 is a very interesting gun. Ooh, fast firing rate. Me so horny.
Boy, you immediately forgot about that Val gun, huh?
Makes me feel so dirty just holding this thing. So the AK-971 is an experimental weapon that the Russian military tested out that uses a weird counterweight mechanism inside it. The counterweight moves in the opposite direction the bolt is moving. So it has a really high firing rate, but it just kind of pushes into your shoulder instead of trying to climb on you.
So it absorbs recoil and throws it into your shoulder?
Any gun is going to recoil. This one doesn't have a whole lot. It just doesn't want to climb. It just basically wants to push straight backwards.
Uh-huh.
It shoots a lot of bullets real fast.
What do you say? Accuracy by volume of fire?
That's pretty much what the AK-971 does.
All right. Was that also given to soldiers who were incompetent?
No, it was an experimental weapon. The Russian military adopted it, but not really.
So they didn't make a whole lot of them?
No, not really.
So it's kind of a mythical gun like the Pancor Jackhammer, is what you're saying?
No, because the Pancor Jackhammer, there is only one of.
You don't know that. They could have...
Mike really likes the Pancor Jackhammer. He just likes to bring it up just to fucking bug the shit out of Zack.
Yeah. It's out.
Pancor Jackhammer!
They could have some
It's a
hiding.
stupid gun.
They could have some that you don't know about.
Uh-huh.
That they didn't make public.
Uh-huh.
What? You don't know for certain.
I do know for certain there is one.
If there is one that exists.
Zack could just strangle him because they do this right next to each other. Zack could just go for the strangle.
Yeah. Fucking Bart and Homer this.
People can look at the schematics and make a duplicate of it, so there could be two.
Because you can't just make a fully automatic gun. You have to have the right licensing to do it.
You're saying
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
true.
legally make it. I'm saying I could disregard the legality and make a clone of it.
It also would be complete shit, and it wouldn't actually be a Pancor Jackhammer.
That'd be
It would
illegal.
be a gun made in a garage by some moron that doesn't know how to put a gun together.
They'll call it the Pancor Jack Glamour,
They'll call it a Pancor piece of shit.
including the Pancor Jackhammer.
Yeah, oh boy. God, what a fucking piece of junk this gun is.
It looks kind of futuristic.
No, it doesn't. It looks like garbage.
It's kind of cool.
It looks like a tube.
Yeah.
And it's got so many holes in it.
You know, why don't you use this gun since you love it so much? Then it can jam on you every 2 seconds because they built one of it and it's a prototype and it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got this stupid clockwork drum mechanism that you have to pull out in order to replace the ammo compartment. Oh, God.
You really don't like it, huh?
I don't like it because it's an experimental weapon that they designed one firing version of. And it didn't work. It looks like something somebody drew in 3rd grade math class when they were supposed to
Yeah.
be paying attention. Look at this piece of crap. The AK-74.
Our shotgun technology has not changed much.
No, it hasn't.
Like, yeah, we have automatic shotguns now, but
The main details of it have not changed much at all.
I would like the AA-12 though. Sadly, I can't own it where I'm at.
Yeah.
For you,
Which was designed in 1974 in the month of October.
October. Oh God, now I get it.
Bumpties.
Okay. This goofy little thing right there on the end of it,
You're talking about the barrel.
the cone on the end of it,
The
is
flash hider.
actually yeah, it's a flash hider, and it also increases back pressure so the rifle will cycle properly. Also,
Ooh.
the top cover is hinged, so you can't lose it anymore. And it has this side-folding wire stock.
It's got a hole in it, which means it's light and useful.
No, that hole is part of the side-folding mechanism.
I'm talking about the hole in the stock. This is a giant hole in the stock. There's not a lot of metal
What
there.
is with you in wanting to put holes in things?
Holes make things cool.
No, they don't.
Where there's a hole,
Whoa,
there's
that's
a
a
way.
tiny shotgun. Give me your tiny shotgun, please. Oh, that's a Remington 870. That's way better than this shitty Mossberg 500 I have.
Really?
Oh, we killed him. He got caught mid-reload. That's why you don't bring a revolver to an autoloader fight. See, look. It's empty. Oh, no. What do I do? And then I came up and was like... pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, Remington 870.
I can't believe you would give up your Mossberg in any capacity.
I like the Remington 870 better than the Mossberg. I like the Remington 870 better because the older ones are better put together. They're more well made.
Built to last, you say?
Older ones are really well put together. They run smooth. They're very nice pump action shotguns. By the looks of it, this one is an older one because it's a blued finish and not Parkerized. There is a lot of hate between people who
yes,
use the
the
Remington
hate.
870 and people who use the Mossberg 500.
I didn't realize there was a
Okay.
rivalry, like the Montagues and the Capulets.
No, more like Ford and Chevy owners.
I used to be a Ford owner.
Oh god.
Now I have a Buick.
Hey, that's good.
I miss my truck. But yeah. Damn.
Oh god. That's
Where with Romeo and Juliet, it was more romantic. With this one, it's more like, fuck you, no, fuck you.
I see.
They have absolutely no proof that either one of the guns is better, and yet they will yell at each other about how, well, my Ford's better than your Chevy. Yeah, Ford. More like, fix it again, Tony. That says Fiat, you dumbass.
So are you going to put a decal on your Remington there of Calvin pissing out a Mossberg?
Sure, why not? I would be lying if I said I had never seen a decal of Calvin peeing on a gun logo.
Yep, I've sadly seen that before, which is a real shame. Bill Watterson didn't want his characters to be used like that.
There really isn't much difference between the Mossberg 500 and the Remington 870. They're both relatively inexpensive pump-action shotguns. They
They're-
both work fine.
They're both inferior to the Pancor Jackhammer in theory. I have to say in theory because everyone knows the Pancor Jackhammer is not a real weapon yet. But maybe one day, if we all dream hard enough, it could be. So there's a second Remington 870 in this game?
Yeah, the hunting shotgun is just a Remington 870.
So-
Or maybe it's based off a Winchester Model 12. I can't prove that because the Model 12 does look similar to the Remington.
And the problem with games is, to use the gun name, you have to buy a license.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, so they have to just go with just simple names like hunting shotgun, hunting rifle, because they don't want to go through the trouble of having to buy a gun name just to use it in a game.
Yeah. Or even sniping rifles or something like that. It's like it sucks, but it's just
Yeah, like in Fallout Vegas, they call it sniper rifles and stuff like that. That's why I like the modding community, because they let the modding community add gun do what they want with the Fallout games, and through that, the mod community can just add in the realistic world guns without having to do anything, because they're not getting paid
Yeah.
for it. They're not violating any laws or anything. They're not the owners of the game, so the owners can't get in trouble.
yeah, all kinds of
Remington
things.
870?
Yeah.
I think it is based on their Winchester, yes.
I like playing these
Now that you
games.
mentioned it, with my vast
I still
knowledge
got Fallout
of guns,
Vegas downloaded.
Oh,
I still
God,
play
a
it time to
Pancor
time.
Jackhammer.
he was... Yeah.
That's what you get for using a gun that doesn't exist.
You said it didn't
Hold on.
exist, but there's already 2.
Okay, so you see back here?
Uh-huh.
If I remember correctly, I think the magazine for the ammo is right here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I remember. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it again later.
Yeah.
That's what you get for using a gun that doesn't exist.
You said it didn't exist, but there's already 2 of them. We just found them all.
Oh my god. It's because somebody...
Somebody made copies. I told you they did. You didn't believe me.
But it's not a Pancor Jackhammer. It's a shotgun made by Raider.
With the exact same specifications as a Pancor Jackhammer. Ah yes, the Pancor Jackhammer has a firing rate of a fucking lot and kills enemy with gusto.
I hate you.
It was invented by the cyborg Russians back in 2027.
I hate you.
And everybody knows that it's got a flash-powered muzzle hider. Yes, very effective at
You're
killing.
just saying words. You're just saying words. You're pissing me off.
Just saying words.
The word salad.
Jesus. Yeah, I fired quite a few guns myself.
I've never fired a gun, but
I fired an AR-14. I fired... I can't remember what the hunting shotgun brand my grandpa used because it's been a while since I looked at his guns. And the last time I fired a shotgun, I was like 10.
Oh, jeez.
So I fired a 12 gauge. I know that.
Isn't it the smaller the gauge, the scarier it gets?
I don't remember if that works for shotguns. I know is when I was 10, one of my cousin's girlfriends got her ass knocked back, and while I'm still there standing, firing the gun. We were using the same caliber, same gauge, I should say.
No, let's see.
Yeah, again, natural strength runs in my family. Actually, fun little story right here before we end the video today. So my dad, he owns a pistol, okay? He was just going through his little safe, putting some stuff in there, and the gun, it did not have the safety on. And my brother wasn't home at the time. I was sleeping in bed.
So,
Hold on. Hold on. I'm not done.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was sleeping in bed. My brother wasn't home at the time, and my dad was going through his safe. It's one of those case safes. You pick up like a briefcase and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just puts everything away. The gun was not on safety, and after he shuts it and stuff, he just drops the safe on the floor. And as he drops it on the floor, the gun goes off inside the safe, going through the safe, and then going through his wall into my going through his closet door into his closet wall. I don't know if it went into my brother's room or if it went outside. Or maybe the bullet got lodged in the house wooding. Which is the most likely option because there was no exit holes to his room or to outside the house. So that bullet is in the interior now. And I woke up to a gunshot.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So I did some research. So here's how it works.
Uh-huh.
The smaller the gauge, the bigger the barrel.
Okay.
So if you had like a 4-gauge shotgun, that's kind of terrifying because that's a big ass barrel and a big fucking shell.
Yeah, but we were using 12 gauges and around hunting gauge.
Yeah, 12 gauge I think is kind of standard, I think.
Yeah. It's just funny that I was 10-year-old child able to hold a gun better than an adult woman.
Yeah.
She wasn't happy though because she clocked herself in the face. I think she was holding it wrong. Or
Oh,
just didn't hold it
no.
with enough grip.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
At least we got through this.
Yeah. Fucking
Pretty
gun
well.
rant. Gun rant done, people. And there was a lot of it. Like, there's a fucking lot here. This guy just goes off, and that's why I like Zack.
There's still a part 2.
That's to Fall New Vegas. Oh, that's for to Fallout 4, I think. No, that's Fall. No, there's part 2.
Yeah,
I don't know. If the videos get a lot of likes and a lot of views, we'll do part 2.
Yeah.
Meantime, remember we do stream. Links in the description below. We stream on the Twitches.
Yep. I'm finally getting back into it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing more of the new Dead Space. So yeah.
Oh shit. Tuesday we don't have D&D yet. Fuck.
I'll talk to you about that later. Anyways.
Okay.
Stay good. Stay strong. Keep venturing. I'll catch you all later.